you make a good point. Like, we all need to become historians of the game, because Spencer Conley cursed me out one time. He said, "You know who I am?" I said, "No." He said, "You should know. I'm the reason why, guys can leave school early and come." I said, "Well, no disrespect." And he said, "How come you don't know the history of the game?" And I told him, I said, "Because it starts here." Mm-hmm. He's the first guy to see. Anybody before you?
Before me.
Mm-hmm. Anybody before you? I don't know. Yeah. Like, I have to see it or hear it, so I don't know. So he went off, but he, when you made that point about we need to learn our game, it's true, because I get upset when they talk about the GOATs and then they don't mention my guy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That pisses me off. When they talk about these.
A little biased.
No, I'm not. Nope. Okay. Doc, I will knock.
I love having you in my corner, though.
I will knock out for you, Doc. Yeah. I'm just letting you know right now.
All right, I got two more for Dr. J before he leaves us. Number one, I was shocked to see that there was a chance that you were going to be on Atlanta, and you actually had 2 exhibition games with them, and you were playing with Pistol Pete. And my first question is, did you just have some insane alley-oops with Pistol Pete Maravich that none of us will ever see?
Well, I think there's some evidence of it. We played 2 games. We averaged 135 points in the 2 games, and they were both against Houston. And after practice, we'd stay around. He was like Kobe, he ain't trying to leave till an hour, 2 hours after practice. I wasn't trying to leave either, So we go there, we play one-on-one, and we play off of the ball, alley-oops and all kinds of stuff that was a little more unconventional. Because he was an amazing guy, amazing player, an amazing person. And I was really trying to play in Atlanta. Atlanta was the place for the black man to be in that era, the 70s or whatever. It was going through a whole lot of changes. It was leader in terms of civil rights activity and whatever. And they gave me $250,000. They gave me a car, which was a Jaguar, and they gave me a condominium. And they said, "We want you." And I said, "Y'all damn sure do." It was in 1971, and I had a contract with Virginia, and I was being paid $125,000, right?
For the season?
And for the season, yeah. This was my first contract. So I had a 4-year contract.
That made me mad.
The agent was like, "No, we're gonna leave here. We're going to Atlanta." And so from Virginia, I was going to Atlanta. I showed up at camp with Atlanta, got all the way through training camp. They also had Walt Bellamy, Lou Hudson, right? So 2 Hall of Famers and Pete Maravich. It wasn't just Pete Maravich and me. So we were loaded. Cotton Fitzsimmons was coaching. He was an up-tempo coach. He liked to see running and gunning. And I was like, "I'm your man." So anyway, the draft came that year, and Atlanta had the 5th pick in the draft. My class graduated that year. The class of 72 from college graduated that year. So I was eligible to be drafted into the NBA, whereas the year before I was not eligible. I had left school. So they draft a guard from Missouri. And we said, uh-oh. And then the 12th pick, Milwaukee Bucks drafted me. We said, that's going to be a problem, because the NBA is going to stand behind their franchises. Right. So Milwaukee drafted me. They got Kareem, they got Oscar Robertson. And my agent said, "No, you don't want to go there." I'm like, "Okay, where am I going?" He said, "Let's go to Atlanta.
Right.
And let's see what happens." So we go to Atlanta. The previous story, training camp, exhibition games. They sit, the league says you have to sit Julius Erving down. So I go to the end of the bench because they won't let me play any more games, right? Because it's in violation of the rules or powers that be or whatever. Milwaukee was complaining. And so I go to the end of the bench. I sat there for like 2 days, and I told my agent, I said, I'm going back to the Squires. I'm going back to the ABA. So I left and went back to the ABA, The proceedings went through a court in New York. It went through arbitration. They ruled in Milwaukee's favor, so Atlanta was out of whatever it was that they gave me, and I kept a condo down here for 5 years. And my nephew Barry, his mom, my sister, and his 2 brothers, they lived in that condo. That's how they got introduced to Atlanta.
So ABA was another league.
ABA
Yes.
was
You didn't know that? John Whitfield?
No, I'm out of the way. Shaquille Vidal O'Neal, ugly man.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page, and please subscribe to my second page. The link to my second page is in the description section. Thank you.